Hey, so I'm here with Claire. So your Instagram names are both Grow Up Vegan.
Yes.
And Token Vegan Girl. Cool.
Yes.
So you've been nominated for
Miss Earth.
Miss Earth. So what's
Yes.
that? What's that about?
Basically, it is a beauty pageant that all about nature and animal rights. So yeah, right up my street. I've never done anything like it.
Okay.
I've never really delved into that world of things, but I think it'd be a really good platform for me to talk out about veganism and like ending testing on animals and all of those sort of things that I do a lot of activism for anyway.
So as it's Miss Earth and it's something that's like related to animals and the environment and things like that, but you don't have to be exclusively vegan.
No.
So that's quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting for you to talk about it.
Because I'm really interested in all the other finalists that are in there, if any of them are meat eaters.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it wouldn't have, I don't think it said that you've got to be vegetarian or vegan to go in, or, you know, so I don't really know. I'm looking forward to meeting some of the girls and the other finalists that are potentially not, sort of trying to talk them round. Maybe I'll change a few minds on the journey, and then that will have been worth it for me to do anyway.
Right, if you come out of that with one person going away and looking into it, it's just always worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, that's it. So do you know the format of the kind of competition or the event or anything?
You know what, I need to look into it massively, because it's all just so new to me. Yeah, I'm kind of walking into it a bit blindly. But it's on the same day as the London Animal Rights March, which I was a little bit bummed out about. Yeah. But I'm just going to head straight to London after, do the massive Cube of Truth that they've got planned the next day.
We met through Cube of Truth, didn't we?
Yeah.
We talked
about we did. But the workshop.
Yes. Oh yeah, I spoke
that's
at
what
that.
It was.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so you were speaking at it, and I was like, and then I think did I follow you or something after?
Probably.
Of course.
Yeah, it was.
No, you definitely followed me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll go with that. We'll stroke your ego on this interview. Yeah, which was really interesting, and obviously, before going vegan, your eyes aren't really open to the kind of activism that goes on in your area. I had no idea like the kind of stuff that was going on in Derby, so it's really interesting to kind of find that out, because it's got a really good kind of background, hasn't it, for the activism that goes on there. I feel like it's growing all the time. The AV side of Derby.
It's massively growing. I don't think many of the I always want to say groups, but there is a word that they use for that. So each area, like each city, has a group, don't they? And they don't always have the workshops. I was speaking to them about it the other day, but I think there's only a couple of cities that do. So we're really lucky that they actually do the workshop in Derby, because that's what got me into activism. If I hadn't have gone to that, if there hadn't been a workshop, I potentially would have never have gone and done a Cube of Truth.
That's really interesting, actually, because so you'd not done a Cube of Truth before that workshop?
No,
because now I see you as like a really active person in terms of activism.
I was kind of under the radar with activism. And because obviously I do the Grow Up Vegan, and I want to be viewed as like the positive person that you can speak to about veganism, and I won't show you any graphic imagery or videography. I was always I shied away from it quite a lot. So the workshop was really for me to suss out if I was comfortable with what they showed on camera or things like that, because I always go into sort of motherhood mode. I'm not a mom, for the record, but I always think of like my niece seeing footage like that. She's already vegan, so she doesn't need to be scared by it. And yeah, I think there's different ways that we can educate children, but they're so good. Like they've got rules about if a child comes up alone without a parent, you go and find out where the adult is, and they really safeguard kids, and they're forward thinking with it. So
yeah, I actually find it quite interesting. I'd like to get your thoughts on this. I find it quite interesting. There's a lot of vegans that I feel don't need to put themselves through watching that kind of graphic imagery, and I feel like when someone goes vegan, they obviously, like, it can be quite stressful to feel like you live in an environment where people don't fully understand some of the things that are going on. And so for someone to keep putting themselves through it and keep watching things like Earthlings and stuff like that, to me, those things aren't made for vegans. They're made for people who need to see that. So I find that quite interesting that, like, some people will watch it
repeatedly.
And
I think it depends on who you are, I guess. Like, if you need that to keep your, like, sort of momentum up, or because I know, like, within the first year of going vegan, some people would sort of succumb to their pre-conditioned ways and start missing cheese, or, you know, sort of detaching from it again. So I think every once in a while to sort of remind yourself of what it is you're doing, that's really, really good. But for everyday life, it constantly being on your feed when you're flicking through, I think that can potentially be a bit harmful to your overall well-being. So that's why I avoid it.
I feel a little bit bad sometimes, like that. Some of the kind of more active people within veganism who post stuff like that, I have to unfollow sometimes because
I've done the same thing with a few things. But
because it genuinely, like, I just don't feel like it's good for me day to day to keep seeing it. But it's important that, like, obviously some people will see it and go away and look into it or whatever. So that's good. You
keep, like, motivated by, I suppose, like, constantly doing food and things, and it's always at the forefront of your mind because it's not just, you don't just live like a vegan lifestyle. It's like everything to you. So it's so prominent in your day-to-day life that you don't need to be reminded of it.
I just talk about food constantly.
And it's like indirect.
Well, because every time someone eats a dish I've made, or, like, goes away and makes one of my recipes and posts it, I'm like, you didn't eat an animal today, like, whether they're vegan or not, you know what I mean?
And that is what you were saying at that, when I first heard you talk. And I was like, God, that's so true. And I think it was after that I made, like, a group of friends a vegan meal. It was like, because then it gets spoken about, like, naturally, it's not forceful, it's not, you know, it's just about the food. I think it's a good tip.
So today I'm going to make you, it's like a crab cake style dish. So we've got some seaweed in there, some nori wraps. I've got some heart of artichoke, some artichoke hearts. I've got, what else have we got in there? Some garlic, some chilli. I've just mashed up some chickpea with some potatoes that are already cooked. Got a little bit of dill there, some lime juice, some smoked paprika. It's gonna be super tasty. I watched you
do that, but I didn't, like, register it until you just said, like, does that mean, obviously I'm gonna try it, but chickpeas in mashed potato, is that a
so for the crab cakes, it's gonna give it, like, a good texture. Ooh. And it's also gonna bind it quite nicely. So I've already cooked off the garlic and the chili. I'm gonna leave that to cool just ever so slightly, and then we're gonna mix it all together, and I'm gonna make some of the crab cakes. Cool. So this is cooled down now. So we're gonna add it to the pan, which is just a cold pan. So I'm hoping you can smell that it's kind of like a little bit fishy smelling. And
how is that? Oh,
from the seaweed wraps. From the seaweed wraps, and just a little bit of soy, and then some of the chili paste and things like that. So we're going to use this same pan to fry them up in a second. But then we're going to add some of the mashed potato and the chickpea to it. I'm going to get that in there, and that's going to give it a bit of consistency, so we can actually make it into, like, more of a cakey shape. It's a thing, right? Cakey shape. So how come you've got 2 Instagrams, and what do you use them for?
Well, one of them was just like my personal one, my day-to-day life. And that's Token Vegan Girl. But I've sort of been a bit more, I'm trying to be a bit more active to promote, like, a healthy lifestyle, a healthy plant-based lifestyle on there. And obviously, like, shout out a bit more about things like Miss Earth and what have you. But Grow Up Vegan, I always look at it like it's a bit of a niche within a niche. Because veganism, I suppose, is still a niche, even though it's a massively rising one. And then I wanted to sort of not direct it towards children, but make it child friendly. And not use scare tactics to sort of change people's minds. Because I read a book that made me go vegan. So
you read a book that made you go vegan? Yeah. Oh, did you go vegan in like the 1900s? Or?
I went vegan 10 years ago, so pretty much, yeah. I read a book, so I just found like words are so powerful, and with words alone you can change people's minds. We don't need.
Okay, I like it.
No, genuinely, that was my train of thought.
I'm being genuine as well. You trying to be like I'm being dead sarcastic. I'm being. That sounded.
Because you're never sarcastic.
No, not me. But no, that sounded really powerful. Yeah, you're right as well. Like words alone can change people.
I didn't need to watch anything that made me cry.
Yeah.
I just read words.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, yeah, I can do that for other people, put them in, nice little posts.
That's interesting.
And be positive and just, make people think without any negative feedback. I don't
Didn't
like
feel like you
negativity.
needed to guilt people into it.
I don't want to do that. I mean, some of them are slightly, might use a little guilty tactic here and there, but it's all in jest and it's good fun, and that's how I want to keep it.
Okay.
But it's funny because a lot of people assume that I have children because
it's like
it's called Grow Up Vegan.
Kid based.
But it really is just me looking at this phrase "children are the future" in a literal sense and thinking, okay, how do we get to have a vegan future in the most efficient way? Surely we should look at that literally and educate the younger generations, so then we're sort of almost more guaranteed to have the future that we're all aiming towards. So I think it's massively important that we educate the younger generations. But it's not just for kids, like most of them are adults, and a lot of parents do follow it because then they show their children the content. I get messages about that quite often, which is lovely. And it works well because my sponsor for Miss Earth, I've been sponsored by 2 companies, Veg Naturals, and they're like a gummy bear tablet vitamin for kids. So that like sort of goes well with Grow Up Vegan and Raised Vegan, who I've been speaking to them for quite some time, and you just make loads of friends online, don't you, in the vegan community. So they were nice enough to sponsor me, and they're the first company to have a vegan magazine that's about vegan parenting, so that's cool. They're doing really well, and I've always supported them as a non-parent. I think we should all just support each other from all the different angles. Like, I support how your angle is to cook for people. I think that's awesome. There's
and you support that by eating the food.
Yeah,
which is the best way to. Yeah,
I want to.
And I'll support you. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to make the crab cakes now. So that's nice and cool to the touch now.
Is it though?
So you just want to grab. You just want to grab a ball of it. You want it to be roughly that size. Kind of, what's that? Slightly bigger than a golf ball, maybe.
Yeah.
And then pat it down to a little.
I can't believe you trusted me with this.
Little crab cake. Pat it in there.
You have seen my cooking videos, right? Where I state that I cannot cook.
I normally just watch talk about it, which makes me laugh, and then you crack on. And then you're just gonna pop them in like that. So just take a little ball, little golf ball size.
I'm scared about touching
Dab it either side, and then we're just gonna fry them.
Doesn't
lightly
feel
fry 'em.
great.
Doesn't feel the nicest. Well, that's good because it's gonna firm up a little bit as we fry it.
Okay.
Just keep going. We'll use it all up, and then you can have some tomorrow or something.
No, you're gonna leave me with it.
I'm gonna leave you a few. Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
It's so nice. Do you reckon you're gonna ask some questions with Miss Earth, like what would you do to change the world, and like how do you reckon?
I hope so. Because that's the main reason I'm wanting to do it is to speak out and get people to have a think. So I mean, I'll be nervous. I'm not going to pretend to everyone that I'm a super confident person. That's I'm really not. In reality, I can put a good front on at times, but so it will be nerve-wracking to be on stage. I suppose I should say I get stage fright.
Okay.
But I think I'm so passionate about what I've got to say that'll take over. Or that's what I'm banking on anyway.
No, I reckon it will.
If not, I'll just pass out.
I reckon it will. I think you'll be fine. Do you reckon they'll film it? Will it be a filmed event, do you think?
Yeah, I think they'll film it.
Because that'd be nice, because like especially with people being at the march and things like that, it'd be nice if people can go and like, see it.
A few people have said like, oh, I'm really sad that I can't come and watch and support, but
thank you. We can leave it at that. I'm going to fry this one up, and then so we're just going to fry these. You just want to lightly fry it on each side for like a few minutes, get it nice and crispy on the outside. Everything in there's cooked anyway, so you don't need to worry about it being kind of like raw on the inside or anything like that. You want it to be slightly soft still. And then I've already put some asparagus and some tender stem broccoli on, so we're going to serve it with that, and it'll be super tasty. So we're cooked and we're ready to go. I'm ready to serve it now, which I'm super happy about because I'm going to own up to something. I was late tonight.
You're going to own up? Maybe it's because I've already posted it on my story that you.
Yeah, no one looks at your stories. No one looks at your stories.
They do.
Don't get an inflated opinion of yourself.
You're horrible to me. Look how funny you think you are. It's not cool to laugh at your own jokes.
I'm hilarious, that's the problem.
It's not cool to laugh at your own jokes. I do all the time.
So yeah, I was late tonight, so it's getting on a bit, and we're really
starving.
So these are kind of nice, and they're getting like crispy on the outside. And then I'm going to serve them. That's a bit cooler now. I burnt myself on it earlier. And then we're going to serve it with some nice tender stem broccoli and some asparagus. Nice and healthy. You told me you wanted to be healthy.
You do know I'm 100% taking a picture of it.
Dig it? Yeah, you took a picture first.
I've got to do it. Like, there's just, I don't think there's a meal that I don't take a photo of.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Dig in.
I'm just going to go for it like this. So good.
Good. Happy. So we're going to dig into this. Thank you very much for coming on today.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. I'm sorry about being late.
It's fine.
So follow Claire at Token Vegan Girl and also Grow Up Vegan.
Yes.
Check her out. As I say, I find her hilarious but also really inspirational. It's really nice to see all your stuff. Good luck with Miss Earth. And be nice to each other. Goodbye.